Do you remember? Computer says no. What about when the other half says no? What about when your partner says no? Lots of people have this when they want to get in shape. What they tend to do is they go for what they perceive to be the right thing to do at the time. And a lot of the time, it isn't the right thing to do at the time. They go and buy a PDF program that isn't unique to them. They go and join a slimming club or a weight watching type of group. They might go and have personal training. They might go and join a different gym. They might spend a fortune on workout clothes, all the rest of it. And then when it comes to joining something like what I've got, which is an elite, world-class coaching program, you can understand why the partner may say, well, do you know what? You've spent this on all of these different shakes and weight loss potions and pills and all this kind of stuff on top of the clothes and the trainers and all of these kind of things. And you can understand why they are hesitant at saying, yeah, sure, go and invest this much money into something that you've proven to me that you're probably going to fail at. So this is why it's important to address these things with your partner. There's a kind of a double-edged kind of thing to what I want to talk to you about here, and it all revolves around your partner and around the people that you've got around you. So when it comes to getting the person to your partner to understand why it is that this is different, you've got to highlight who you were when you did those things initially, and that you recognize now in reflection, looking back, you were looking for a quick win. And that's nothing to be ashamed of. Most people in what I call right now, we're here in the end of 2025, and I call it the Amazon Prime Nation. All right, we all want something like yesterday. Okay, it's not quite like what it was when we were kids, where you'd get your pocket money and you have to save it up, and walk to the shops to go and get something and hope they've got it and walk it back again. Now it's just a case, isn't it? Of mobile phone click here, it's there. Sometimes even later that day. So you got to get them to appreciate who you were when you were in that situation, and why you decided to buy that cheap PDF, why you thought that Weight Watchers, Slimming World, all of these kind of programs were the appropriate thing for you at the time. As we're actually now in reflection, it wasn't bespoke to you. Weight loss and the angle that it comes to you at isn't always a one-size-fits-all. You going and sitting in a village hall, listening to an unqualified person promote products that are supposed to help you lose weight, and you're in a room full of 16, 17-year-old girls and boys, right through to 70, 80-year-old men and women that have all got different amounts of weight to lose, different hormonal issues, different lifestyles, different jobs, different professions, different amount of kids or no kids, different mental problems, different past, different history, different future. How is that relatable to you? Is there any real wonder why the weight that you lost wasn't actually something that stayed and was permanent? So that's the message that you need to kind of get across to your partner. And you know what? Why not? Give them the link to this video, turn your phone round and let them see it. Make them understand where you were at that time, and each time why you thought, oh, I know what, I better just spend $9.99 on this person's monthly app. Again, not bespoke. Again, not confronting the issues that you need confronting and the behaviour that you need changing. Get them to understand that and get them to see the value. For example, in this situation, what my program, the Everyman Project, what that actually consists of, and quite frankly how it actually gets you to the result. Because if they just see it as another one of those things, only this time it's a lot more expensive, the chance of them being able to understand that and to invest in you and in your new journey and support you fully behind it, if they're not really wanting to, it's probably not going to be looking good. Yeah, they're probably not going to support you in it, or even let you, dare I say, have that money or invest your family's money into it. So get them to watch this video. If you do ever want to get in touch, when it comes to that call that we have, a Zoom call usually with either myself or one of my team, get them on the call, all right? If they don't want to sit next to you and actually have that conversation as a 3-person conversation, get them sitting off camera so they can hear. Get them to understand what it is we have, the fact that it's not just one coach, it's a team of coaches. Get them to understand that it consists of psychological behavioural analysis, that it actually addresses all of the problems specific to you. And when they can see that as a bullet point, they can obviously see that this is value for money, a service that is going to make the change for you. Then you're going to find that you've got the support. On a slightly different note, when we talk about support, it's really important that if you are in a family sort of setting where you've got a partner, you've got to make sure they're on side. And this is something I always suggest, is that you actually have an organised conversation. Don't just have this in passing, as you're walking through the door. Oh, by the way, I'm on a call with Alex later. I'm going to join his coaching program. All right, good for you, love. Actually say to him, do you know what? I want to have a serious conversation with you. I want to sit down over a cup of tea and have a conversation about what my future's going to be like in regards to working with this guy in this coaching program. And I want you to understand why I'm doing it. And I want you to kind of be invested in this and really support me. And when you can outline to that person, when you can really, even if your relationship doesn't normally look like this, to tell them how you feel. And when I say tell them how you feel, I mean really tell them how you feel. Tell them how your current weight, your current health, your current fitness, how you look, how you feel, how you operate, your thoughts about yourself, what you see and what you think about when you see yourself in the mirror and when you're getting dressed, and get them to understand where you're at. This may be a difficult conversation for you to have, but you know what? Difficult conversations make you the future person that is on the other side, a better person than who you are now. And get them to understand that you know that you need the next level of help. Obviously you need all of the superficial stuff, the obvious stuff. You need the guesswork taken away. You need to know how hard to train, how frequently to train, what intensity that you should exercise, what days of the week should it be, what food to eat, when to eat that food, how much of it to eat, what do your weekends look like, what do your holidays look like. You need to have all of that kind of guesswork taken away, but actually you need support that is emotionally detached, is unbiased support. Quite frankly, men that I work with in their 40s, in their 50s, in their 60s, with 3 stone, so 40-ish pounds or more to lose, the support that you don't need is someone saying,
go on, it's only one more bit of cake, you'll be all right. Oh, go on, have a pint with us, don't be boring.
Or the support of,
well, it's all right, darling, you did really well this week. I know you didn't lose the weight that you thought you would, but I'm sure you'll do better next week.
This is all well and good, and, thanks very much, and, hear it, digest it and all the rest of it. But ultimately, as a man of your age, in the situation that you're in the life that you live, you need to be told the things that you need to hear, not what you want to hear or not what other people think you should hear. You need expert guidance, expert conversations to have around subjects that are going to move you forwards. Okay? So you see, in this little message that I've got here for you, 2 things. One is what I've just said. It's about having the support at home, so that people aren't dangling Chinese takeaways in front of your face every Saturday, getting them invested into what you're trying to achieve, why you want to achieve it, why you must achieve it, and how it's going to benefit them when you're a better version and you're less stressed and you've got more energy and you're sleeping better, right? And how every aspect of life is going to be better, all right? Even from getting on a flipping plane on holiday, so that you're not taking up 1 3/4 seats and they're left like this. You read between the lines, okay? You know what I'm talking about, everything from bedroom activity to sitting on an aeroplane to your attitude when you're on holiday, all of this kind of stuff that you've got to get them to understand that. So bring them in, involve them, get them involved in this, okay? This is like a dead cert. If you've got that support at home, you're going to find you're going to move forwards a hell of a lot faster and permanently. And in the other side of this, with regards to that support at home, you've got to understand if your other half is kind of, oh, here he goes again, another effort, you've got to understand why they're saying that, and I'm sure you do, all right? Most people that watch these videos are intelligent people and they understand all of this, right? But you really got to understand that and deliver that back to that person. Let your other half know that you're totally justified, but you've got to educate them, okay? They can't just dismiss now that every single weight loss attempt that you're going to go through is going to be a failure, because that is going to leave you feeling like shit. Your mental health is going to be in the toilet. Your motivation, your mindset is going to be all over the place. And quite frankly, you are literally destined and doomed to continue as you are, or in a worse place, purely because of this belief that you have in them that they think you're going to fail, or them literally going, oh God, here's some more money we're about to flush down the toilet. So you've got to bring your heads together, and they need to understand why this is different. And I will categorically guarantee that whatever you've done before, it is not a touch on what we deliver. There is not another program in the world, we've done our research, that specifically works with men in the 40s, 50s and 60s that have got 3 stone, 40 pounds or more to lose. There is nothing on the planet that gives you the amount of support that we give you, the accountability that we support you, the community that we give you, the live events that we have all over the flipping globe that bring you guys together You've all got the same problems. Every man, 40, 50, 60, all has fundamentally the same problems. And it's not just wanting to lose fat. It's all of the other external factors that either get you to lose weight and then gain it again, or get you never even to lose it in the first place. This video is absolutely one to give to your partner, because probably, even if you don't have a shared bank account and every life is personal, if you're sharing time with this person, sharing a property with this person, sharing a life, sharing kids with this person, they've got to be involved. They've got to be invested into the reasons behind why you're doing this. I'm hoping you found some value from this. And remember, if you are in conversation with us right now, or you've got information on us and what we do right now, share it with them. Go through the list of assets that we've got and go, oh, that's going to be brilliant for me. You know, the fact that I've got Alex's phone number, you know, and I've got this WhatsApp group with him and the coaches that I can message whenever I want. And, you know, oh, that community, all these live events here and there, this is going to be brilliant for me. Or I don't think I'm going to use that quite as much. The recipe books aren't really my thing. Or the 400 hours worth of trainings that they've got specific to men of my age, I think that's going to be really useful. But the one actually about flexibility isn't really that accurate, because I do yoga 3 times a week, you know, whatever. But when you go through it all and just get excited about it, they're going to get excited as well. They can't not. What we deliver inside the program is, you know, I try really hard on these videos not to come across like a flipping salesman. I don't need to sell the program. I don't need to sell myself. I don't need to sell the results. They're there for you to see. I only want you to come and work with us because you know it's the right thing to do. We will only ever work with people that we get on with. All right, if we end up getting on a Zoom call and it doesn't kind of gel, we don't really kind of click and get on, there's no point in you paying your money and joining the program, because you're not really going to want to contact us. And to be honest with you, we're not really going to want to engage into heartfelt conversation with you. You got to get on that call. You got to tell us how you think, how you feel, how you behave, what you want to achieve, why you want to achieve it. And do you know what? We're going to invest in that because we understand it. Near enough every single coach, every single member of staff that I have working with me has been through the program. They have been coached by me. They understand what it's like to be on your side of the screen. They've all watched the videos that I put out. They've all watched things like this. They've all got into the DMs and chatted. Some of them have been to some of the free webinars and stuff that I do. They get in contact. They join the program. They know what it's like to be in your first day, to be excited, but to be nervous. They know all of this. So you've got great people coming together, and it works fantastically well. It works perfectly well every time. In fact, we've got a 100% success rate. All right. Literally, what we give you is so realistic. It's so sustainable. There is no reason that you can't achieve it. No reason why you can't achieve it. The only people that don't get results in this inside my program are the people that go through the hoops. They watch all the videos, they watch the YouTube, they listen to the podcast, they buy the flipping book and read it. They DM us in conversations in Facebook DMs, Instagram DMs or whatever. They come through to the call where they get started up. They're all excited, and then literally the only time they won't get results is if in that moment, boom, they literally bury their head in the sand. They don't contact us. They literally run the flipping opposite direction. That is the only way that you are not going to make the change. With the support network, with the accountability, with the education systems that we've got, it is impossible for you not to get the results that you want. Massive statement, and I know it is, all right, and in 2025 that it is right now, this is a digital footprint. This is timeless. This goes on forever. You could be recording this and play it back in 10 years' time, and I'm still going to stand true to what I say. That is how this works. Realistic, sustainable, never fails moving forwards, ever. I'm hoping that this was really useful. Please share it with your partner. Please watch this with your partner. Please get your partner involved. And with them on side, with me and my team on side, we're just going to go skipping off into the sunset and happily ever after. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to leave you alone. If we're in conversation, come back to us. Let's carry on chatting. If this is the first thing you've seen of mine or something you've seen of mine and you want to inquire about what we do, all you need to do is just, jump into any of those typical social media channels, preferably Facebook or Instagram. Find me, send me a message, tell them what it is you've watched. Let's have a nice chat. All right, let's have a nice chat about you, where you are, where you want to be. We will link the dots of how that's going to happen and leave a trail of breadcrumbs for you literally to follow and watch this space. Anyway, guess what? It's been emotional. Peace out.